United, I'm going to tell you who they should get because I think this is actually a pretty good pick. Michael, a long time ago, we've had this podcast now for almost 4 years. A long time ago, I think we were talking about Tyrone Mings. And I was like, man, why doesn't City just sign Mings? He has to defend constantly. Maybe if we don't make him defend as much, he'd be really good. You know what I mean? Like, just typical transfer property math on a central defender. Mark Gahey. Bring him into Man United. They've had so many center back problems. Again, we just mentioned, because there's been no support in that center defensive mid area. Sorry, Richards, you're not a CDM. For Palace, he may have looked weak at times. They may have looked stretched out. They're going to give up goals. They're not having that great a season. It's not his fault. He is a really good center back. He's a big guy. I think that he would be a great addition to Man United. I'm looking at him as defensively way better than anyone they got, and giving you some attack as well, just like Slabhead does, but maybe even a little bit better than him. Mark Gahey to United, I think, just kind of makes sense. And if I'm being honest, in the world of Man United signings, he's not going to be the most expensive bullshit that someone's going to regurgitate to you. I think it's actually pretty doable.
So, my only question with that is, why don't they just get the better Palace defender?
You think he's second best to Anderson?
I think Elliot Anderson has had a great year. Yeah.
I don't know. I like Mark Gahey.
Maybe that's the making fun of them. Like we're suggesting the second best defender on a team.
Well, who's got the better ceiling and who has the better standing broad jump or some shit like that? I'm sure that there's a way that we could break this down. I like Mark Gahey. Absolutely. I don't know. I know Elliot Anderson.
I do too.
Really
I think he's good.
Yeah, I know Elliot Anderson's really good as well, but Mark Gahey for me.
That's fine. I went a different route. I think that their midfield is atrocious a lot of the time. I think you need to get. I think the McTominay positives and negatives. I think you just need to fucking be done with it. Get rid of him. End it all. Obviously, Amrabat has not worked or isn't not going to work in that system. I actually think he's a really good player. I want Anton Stach from Hoffenheim, another Bundesliga pick. You can tell the league I like. He is a defensive midfielder for Hoffenheim. He's probably been one of their best players of the season. Great on defensive actions, great on aerial duels. He's only 25 years old, 14 million. I think it's cheap, and we know that they don't have any money because I keep having to hear about it. And he can pop up with a goal, create some chances, has some shots on goal. I think you need somebody who is going to be committed to that defensive mid role. And right now, Casemiro is not going to be that guy. He's hurt or he's out or whatever. Get a young guy in. I think that team honestly needs so much of a gutting that I think this is the start. Get that good DM in there. We always talk about it, and we've said it numerous times this pod.
Yeah, you gotta get rid of some of the dead weight. But they also just need to make quality signings, which is harder than it sounds, obviously, and Nick will be the first one to tell you. Michael, Brighton.